talent. So a big shout out to Dave and Dale for all the hard work that they put in to get this going and make sure every parent's kid is taken care of.
All different helmets, all different players, all from different states, all playing different positions. Some of them are going to be playing multiple positions here today. Really nice gathering of talent playing on the field against each other today. Should be a good game as it is. The captains are in the middle of the field right now, presumably for the coin toss. And we're almost underway here. It's always nice to see this. You mentioned the size of the middle school kids seem to be bigger and bigger every year. And, this is a nice pipeline forming, and there are, as you noted, a number of alumni who were either, in the Dallas Showcase earlier this year or in the Daytona Showcase last year who have come back and are competing again. So, just a testament to how nice the NUC runs things here and what opportunities it presents. And as we mentioned, Marcus Mariota among some other NFL players, we will have some NFL updates for you kind of throughout this game and into the night game, which will feature just seniors in the 7 o'clock game showcase, the final showcase of the day. So all of that coming for you shortly. And for now, everyone's taking their positions. The coin toss has been resolved, and we should be starting here in just a few seconds at this point. So kickoff is coming. It's going to be the north side receiving the ball first. And there's the kickoff. It's a good one. This game's going to feature special teams. We do not have it in the earlier game, although there won't be a return. So that ball is officially caught, and the ball will be placed, I believe that's the 25-yard line. Let's see where they...
Quarterbacks from the North team that could possibly be in. So if we messed up the kid's name to start, we do apologize. So this could be either Dylan Hayden or Roman Purcell, number 12, that's in right now.
And there's shotgun, and they're going to immediately pass it out from the little bit of aggression there from the south. It looks like, to me, it looks like encroachment. It might be a false start, or at least a ball.
I don't know, but George Drake was really excited to get over that line and pull through. Two offensive yards already.
That is an encroachment. So we have 1st and 5 now. North gets 5 yards before they even run a play. And back in shotgun, ball dropping back. There's his pass over. And that's going to be caught. It is caught by number 15 on the north side. That's enough for a 1st down. So a nice little pass to begin the game. 1st down north as they march up the field.
Last year's game, I don't think the North completed a pass for a couple of the first series there. So to come out right out of the gate, down to Dominique Foster over the middle. Ready to get a good start.
Back in shotgun, this is a handoff. Number 26, not to the right side. Gobbled up, they did take up a few yards there at the end of the run. That's going to take up about 5 or 6 for a 2nd down. Nice little run there at the end.
That was Elias Porter, number 26, coming to you from on the west coast there. He's getting ready to move, and he's starting already today.
2nd and 5 now, ball at the 42. Back into shotgun. Looks like they're running an offsides there as well. And there's a flag down the play blown dead. Looks like 32 on the south side jumps. And that should give them another 1st down.
Isaiah Wood. Keep in mind that these players have only had a few days to get on the same page with the playbook and check count, guard count. So don't be surprised if you see a few false starts and a few offsides today. We already did it in the earlier game.
Absolutely. Yeah, we saw that almost to a mastery from the north side in the earlier game. Now it's 1st down at the 48. We're already across midfield. Again, shotgun running on the... There's number 12, and that's a throw. That's caught by number 15 in the north easily early on.
Sneaky throw, and I like the footwork from Dominique Foxworth. He ran up, sprinted upward, looked like an out route. Wound up being a button hook in, and he was able to scoop the ball to bail out his quarterback.
A couple of completions early on, a couple of penalties. North is now at the 35, and another jump back by number 16 on the south side. That could be Michael Butler or Mary First. Way, it is another offside. So whatever North had game is working here on the 1st drive, the South has been very jumpy. This time again, out of the shotgun, you have one running back with him. 12 to throw the right side, that's caught. And it's in the middle of the field now. That looks like another first down. Hard hit there, gang tackle, but another first down. A nice run after the catch.
12-point deck from the tackle with a jarring hit at the end of the play. But definitely some good footwork and movement by Keon Brown to extend the first down.
Different looks from the North than what we're used to. We're used to the South defense coming out and kind of fighting and firing. But we're already at the 23-yard line on this drive. That's going to be a handoff. Inside, right to the left. Nice gain there. Gain about 4 or 5. Setting up a second and manageable.
All right, so it's looking like number 16 on that carry. Could be Hunter Edwards. We'll get that checked there. There's a nice carry, and the North is rolling.
A couple of defensive substitutions on the South. Why not? You've got the roster to do it. Out of the shotgun, number 12. Look at his rate. He's got 15.
Love this call there.
Flag on the ball. He definitely got the ball from the sideline while running his pattern, and then the pass attempt was ahead of the fence. No interference, no interception.
Let them play. That's what the officials say. I'm down with that.
It was a chip at best. It was a downright hit at worst, but either way, 12 now, one running back. He's got wide receivers spread. Let's focus out it. Guys are on the sidelines. He didn't try to make it from first down and roll.
Did he get there? Are you moving the chain?
He was able to see his way to the sideline. An amazing run considering the pressure was immediate by either Hayden or Purcell there.
Wow, nice run.
Real first down at the 18. Great play.
For the North. Saw a lot of spy coverage in the first game. Curious to see if this is going to turn out the same here with running quarterback.
This time under center, this looks like it might be a running play as they have a few extra blockers there on the line. 34 is back there in the backfield behind the quarterback, and it's going to be a safety ball again. He's trouble along the sideline. Makes the pass, and it's caught for a touchdown to the 17 on the north side. A roll-out touchdown pass, and the North strikes immediately. It's 6-0.
Fantastic play. I gotta say, whoever it is, number 12, whether it's Hayden or Purcell, they really can use their legs, and that draws in the defenders. Once your defenders are drawn in, that exposes your wide receiver to the open, creates a distance, and that was it really threaded the needle on that play. That was beautiful.
It looks like I may have gotten this wrong. Did Hunter Edwards catch that touchdown?
Well, we don't have a 17.
Yeah. Okay, someone caught a nice touchdown there. But, I mean, a methodical approach by the North as they just marched down the field and scored almost an ease. A couple penalties helping them in the process. Now we have number 35 from the North taking an extra point here. And the extra point is good. So it's 7-0 North. The North kicker, for those wondering.
It's going to do it.
Well, we have an update on that, but it is number 35 on the North side. So 7-0 North. And we've only had 2 minutes and 7 seconds gone too much. So really brilliant drive there from the North. Again, we don't see that often in these types of teams. Usually the South defense teams have the upper hand early. Not the case so far here. North strikes first, and now we have a kickoff coming. Which again, with these kickoffs, it's going to just be caught. There's not going to actually be a return. Then the ball will be placed at the 25-yard line. Now there is the kickoff. It is back to the end zone, and it's going to go into the end zone for a touchback. Ball up 25, and now the South here they're just going to sort of do their thing.
Well, especially when it's that quick. I mean, you got to come out this far. You can't let that affect your game plan as an offense. You just got to execute whatever game plan you have and not worry about what just happened.
We have another situation with numbers. On the South side, it's number 4 who's come out at quarterback. The problem is there's 2 number 4s on the roster, and they both play quarterback. This is either Isaiah Allen back there or Nick Smith. Either way, he's going to get a case. Throwing complete pass and pitch. But it's over his head incomplete and a hard hit there to put up 2nd and 10.
Well, it's going to be Isaiah Allen. That's the quarterback that's in right now. Plus Frazier, who is hustling in to tackle him down. So already the North is clicking on defense too.
Allen in shotgun. He has 2 wide up top. 1 running back behind him, And he's going to hand it off to said running back number 21, Johnson, and number 11, Bruce. If he had close to first down, he was going to have it. First down from there to the south, and they are fully off to a hot start.
That was 21 Greg Robinson running the ball there, and I had a nice little hole on the left side there. Offensive line is blocking very well on the left here, on the block, like left side.
Same exact formation here, and it's going to be another handoff this time to the right, and he's trying to run into the wall. So he's going to get back close to the line of scrimmage. It looks like a loss of a yard. But he was met immediately by the number 9. Could have been a loss of 4 or 5. He was a loss of 1 and 10. Second and 11, maybe second and 10.
Sean McKinnon looking like Maurice Jones-Drew out there. Spin off the back of the guard and making something out of nothing.
And McKinnon has a few scouts who have looked at him, so he's a big-time talent, someone to look at throughout this game. It's still Isaiah Allen out there, and he still has a running back there with him, and he's going to hand it off 21 again. There's going to be a run up the middle for a few. Should be a guy to gain a 5, should put up a 3rd and 5.
It's going to work. A delayed handoff. Looks like it was going to be the first running back on the left side. There wound up being a delayed handoff. They get a few yards sneakily there. The running game is doing decent so far. I'm curious to see what Allen's got in his arm.
He knows Greg Robinson again. That was a quick handoff, or second running. Still very early in this one. We're not even 4 minutes into the game. 3rd and 6 upcoming. The ball's on the 40 of the south side, and they're going to go back to the running game and just run to the right side.
There he goes.
Wow. And he's going to make a few moves and fall short of the first. So he ends up picking up about 3 or 4 yards. Should set up a 4 ball too. It would not surprise us in these types of games.
My job is he's got the speed, he's got the moves. Only thing he's missing is he needs the line. He needs some blocking. He's got the blocking, and he's downfield and hurry.
And the South has not done that well on this stretch. A lot of penetration in the backfield. They're trying to create something out of nothing so far. Robinson back there with Isaiah Allen. They are going for it. Allen's in shotgun here on 4th and 1. It's a long one. And he's going to try to catch it here. And he's going to pass it over the spot. Right around.
What a catch. It's 2 wide receivers running over the middle, double defended. Looked like it wasn't going to be anything, but Allen's able to thread the needle right into Winston's hands, and we had another first down, and they are rolling.
It was a great angle that Allen threw it to, because it was in double coverage, but it was at such a way that really it wasn't in danger of being intercepted. Ends up being a nice catch, ends up being a first down, ends up being inside the 40, and here we have a first down again. It's a throw, you can tell from the way you released it that wasn't going to work. As an underthrown number intended for number 3, Yusuf Lee.
Well, I don't mind that play call. He just had a really exciting pass downfield, trying to catch the defense off guard. Sometimes you underthrow your receiver when it's an out route like that. That's okay. Let's see if they respond here. Looking for a running play.
It looks like it might have been spurt from the start. I agree. Not a bad play call, just weren't able to execute. So 2nd and 10, ball on the 37 of the North South driving himself, handoff back to Robinson. He did a push, and Robinson has some strength, upper body strength there. He's going to get about 4 or 5 there and set up the 3rd and
Robinson got a couple of yards there. Number 62, Greg Webster, has been doing one heck of a job on the left side, and I think if Robinson bounced it out to the left, he could have a lot more distance there.
The North taking a couple of substitutions here at the South is driving. 3rd and 6 balls up to 34. Remember, we do that field goal next to this game, so I don't think they're quite there yet, but they might be soon. There's a handoff at the step to John McKinnon, and there's a push. I don't think he got it. Looks like he's got a yard or 2 short. Looks like it's going to be a 4th and 2 upcoming for the second time on this drive. The run by McKinnon to pick up about 4.
Well, McKinnon is able to do a lot here in the early goings, and he definitely has the talent. I think, like I said earlier, you're just going to see that line to help him out, bail him out, so you can see what he's actually really made of.
It's going to be number 3, Yusuf Lee, on the bottom of the screen. He is spread out there. Otherwise, an I-form type formation. Behind center is the quarterback, and it's going to be a handoff to him, and it looks like he had a lane and immediately taken it. This might get thrown over on down, and he did not make it. So a big stand for the North, and after a touchdown on their opening drive, they stifled the South, and they're going to take over on down. So your ball will be at their own 28.
I believe that was Keanu Flores on the tackle. A great play call.
And it did not work. So the North takes over now. Number 10 is the quarterback who is aiming for the North side. That's Matthew Wallace. And he's going to immediately hand off. And we're going to take up a couple to set up a 2nd and 8.
See, number 20 on the run there. That is Sterling Jones.
Game 4 is going to be second down.
I don't know if I saw all of that, but that's what's been decided nevertheless. So 2nd and 6 upcoming here. A nice push there at the end to pick up a couple more yards. 2 back there, and we have a timeout by the South.
Timeout South, they first to the half.
Well, the clutch stuff, like the bullets from the Matrix. Very impressive. The North right now is just rolling, and this is something that we haven't really seen too often.
Their team, but it might be more about who has a deeper roster. Back in the shotgun is 10. He's going for first down pressure. Throwing dangerous pass when he gets to the sidelines incomplete. He was knocked out immediately. And then on the way.
He let Manny throw that ball away there. Pressure on that.
But earlier in his career, absolutely. We have a 3rd and 6 upcoming here. Ball's at the 32-yard line. And it's almost another jump by the South. We are going to do a flag. Looks like he broke the neutral lane there. And that should set it up to be a 3rd and very manageable 1 instead of 3rd and 6. So another big penalty, another self-inflicted mistake.
Old Tripline Jr. So we're getting these numbers in as they go on. He was involved in that touchdown play, so you want to make sure you get all the right numbers, and the right numbers, the right name. So Daryl Tripline Jr.
They're going to bring in some blockers. It is a full yard, not necessarily a gimme here. And there's a handoff. He's met immediately, but it looks like it's a push. It's close, and I don't know if the ball looks like it wasn't. So it's a run by number 26. He did not make it, and it is going to be very, very short. So pick up on that run.
Number 51 might shot it again. James Brick. Straight through to prevent us from getting the first down.
We'll see as they go back to Elias Porter. And they're going to do a pass. And this is, there's no chance. It's caught on the sideline by a without a down. And that's going to trickle them down. And once again, we see another 4th down where they go to the pass on 4th and short. Is that something you agree with, or I feel that could be unnecessarily early on?
Well, especially when the running game has been working so well, and I get the logic. A lot of NFL teams will, on 4th and short, take a chance. But what do you know? Everyone's showing their talent today.
See if they continue to take that approach. Either way, it's South taking over the ball. They have really good field position around the 38-yard line of the North already because of 4th down turnover on downs. As they look to even up the score, and it is going to be a pass attempt from number 70. They're going to flag on the play. Not too much. A gain of about 2, and it might be even worse than that.
Jared Robinson is the center now, quarterback. Number 7.
Holding on the down.
Holding on the offense.
Just holding on the offense, though. Robinson
hurt is very late in the game.
Yeah, 1st and 20. Ball backed up around midfield at the 49 of the North. So we'll see if the South can overcome this. And once again, into a pass, number 7 over the middle.
Oh, wow.
He threw it into the soft part of the coverage to number 16. And that is a completion. The catch by either Michael Butler or Mary Kerr.
Very nice play there over the middle. Led his receiver, underthrew him at the end, but he put it where only his receiver can catch it, which is very key and allows you to not worry about any defensive trouble.
I'm going to guess, based on size, that was Michael Butler with the catch. Although, again, we can't be too certain. And it's going to be a 2nd and 5, so pick up a 15 there, put them in a good position, even with the penalty. And Garrett Robinson is behind center. He has 2 in back of him in the I-form and 3 wide. And he's going to go to a handoff number 1, and that's going to be around the middle for a first down. So they overcome this penalty rather easily. That was my job to finish with a carry and a first down for the Devils.
All right, this just in. I believe they're changing the game now. Instead of 4 15-minute quarters to 5 10-minute quarters, I believe is what it's going to be. So regardless, it's going to be a long game. That's the message I'm receiving.
We'll see how this adjusts. That's going to be a handoff, and it's like the South offense might have just gotten the 16 motion handoff. He's got the wheel sideline. He's going to bring it back. He's going to come very close to it looks like he's getting close to a first down, but a nice hit there by the north side is going to prevent that. We're going to have a 3rd and probably low.
A lot of these receivers are out here. That
was an official gain of 7 yards, so we'll see what they do here. In shotgun, now he comes up behind center, and now they go into the I-form and audible. There's 2 wide on the bottom, and it's going to be a handoff. That's to my Jonathan McGinnis. Wow. He's going to run in. I mean, he is very talented. He just needs to get in between tackles, picks up a first down, and here we go again. South now just knocking on the door. They're at the 14-yard line. It's a first down. They can still get a first down without having to score a touchdown.
I mean, I didn't see a single hole. I don't know how he was able to get 10 yards out of that play. He was dancing around. My John McKinnis is someone to watch the rest of the day today, that's for sure.
And when you're watching him run, watch his legs. He has very fast legs. And it makes him, as I mentioned, very elusive. He's tough to bring down despite, not being a large running back by any means. He's just very quick.
He has fast arms, too.
We'll have to see. Out of the shotgun now, it's a passing play. He's looking at the left guy's on the run. He might be running into a penalty.
That's gotta be a flag. Wow.
These refs are less conservative than the NFL. I mean, the quarterback went to slide there, got hit anyway, and there's no call on it, so it's going to be
goes down. That's what it takes. That's what it takes.
Get away with it. And you like to see the chippiness there. Of course, you want to see an injury, and it wasn't close to being one, although you're so surprised the refs aren't kind of protecting the quarterback there. So, it's another shotgun, another catch, and a fighting one. And he reaches for the end zone. The question is, did he get it? And the answer is no. So, it's going to be a first down, though. Nice pass there over the middle of 81. South has a first down. When he can reach for the catch, he's out of Georgia. And it's going to be a first down from the 1-yard line from South. They're looking to knock this up here in the first quarter.
Very nice one there over the middle. And good awareness to reach for that. I like that.
Quick snap, quick touchdown. With games like this, they only have 2 to 3 days to get decided, maybe more familiar with each other, or they just have a team that adapts better. But so far early here, looks like a very even matchup early on, and we're about 11 minutes in.
Very even matchup so far.
Great job for allowing their teams to make plays early on. Kind of a standstill on the field. It is first and 10. 4:01 to go here in the first quarter. 7-7 is your score. And we are to begin this drive. South saying that it is a false start on the offense, North clapping their hands. We're going to see who won this argument, and it's going to be Southwest.
Alright, we're going to go with Roman Purcell. If it is you, Dylan Hayden, I apologize. We got 2 number 12 for the quarterback from the North, so we're going to go with Roman for taking the lead. I think Roman was first. Alright.
This is not been a good start for the North. We'll see what the call is. I think it could have been an offsides, actually, which would bail out the North there.
If it isn't, Isaiah Wood just blasted through that offensive line.
Holding on your penalty.
Holding on
Power.
Wow.
They're the back.
Not a good start to this drive for the North. And the defense needs to get off the field quickly here. Momentum's coming quickly back.
Something to look at is how does the North approach now first and 25? You have 3 down, typically you have 25 yards to get, so we'll see if they try and go for a home run ball or if they try and take this methodically like the opening drive. Now they're in the end zone, they're trying to go, and now there's nowhere to go. Look at that, and now we're getting tackled, and it's a safety. He did not get out of the end zone. Scrambling around and getting tackled. Great play by the South. And the South takes a 9-7 with the safety.
Willie Chambers said, "You're not leaving my chambers." He took the quarterback down very quickly, stuck with him. And that is a safety. That is a sack. That is an incredible play by that athlete.
Great play. I mean, it's not easy to bring down a quarterback of the size of what we're seeing back there with Dylan Payton. But they're able to do it. So with safety now, I'm not even really sure what the protocol is following a safety. And it looks like they took the safety away, so they didn't mark him at the 1. So all of that, and he's now back to the 1 yard line. It's like really there's a flag down and utter chaos in the end zone. So we're going to see how this plays out. It could be a touchdown for the South, it could be a safety, or it could be a complete pass.
There's so many possibilities. I don't know how they'll take this away from the South, though.
And in addition to that, there's a penalty. So we're going to have to see what that is as well.
Well, as it stands, currently, Gunnar Lowry has a touchdown and a fumble recovery. But if it does reverse, then it'll be a different story. Man, how many lives does the North have at this point?
It's unbelievable. I mean, this has been one of the sloppier drives you can have on offense. And credit to the South defense.
They just take more from the defense.
Either way, North is going to get out of jail 3 card there. They're going to move the ball to 10.
To 10?
I mean, the ball plays at the 10-yard line.
Alright, so it must have been, okay.
So,
I have been offside.
And okay, it's an illegal blitz. So this is, again, one of the details of a game like this you may not know when we watch college or professional football. It's an illegal blitz. So that's a penalty. It's going to be a 3rd and 15. Yeah, we can try and push. We can get by and when all is said and done, after what we thought was a touchdown, we thought was a safety, what we thought was a second touchdown, it's going to turn into a 4th down in their own territory, one way or another. I think a drive like that, you have to count your blessings. You could have been down 2, they could have been down 6, they could have been down 7. I think you have to just kind of start over and hope that your defense can help you out. That's a punt by number 11, and it's being caught at midfield. So it should be with the kick there. He's one of the kickers on the north side. All right. As a shotgun shoot at the end of drive, this is number 10. Now he's going to throw that's number 24. How do you like that? That is exactly what the North needed after their offense almost gave away the lead. They get Southampton just to work with, and they immediately get a turnover to take the ball off.
Well, Michael Reed Jr. thought he saw the receiver going to get some distance there. But the safety came over to help. Great defensive play call. And over with the easy kick. Now, just like that, right back to the North.
We saw a couple of those. It's tough when you're in this age group because if you don't get the throw crisp deep, you end up kind of leaving it lost in the air like that. We saw it a couple of times in the earlier game. We saw it there too. That ball was just up there forever. And that's when there's double coverage. So not a terribly difficult interception. Some good coverage. And the North has taken over the ball there at the 23-yard line. So, I mean, in the last 5 to 10 minutes or so, you can just erase from in your mind, really nothing was accomplished. And North has the ball again.
Plus, they have a first down as opposed to fourth down.
They do. Fresh start for everyone around, and the score is still tied. There's a handoff between the 34 on the north side for a gain of a few.
So we have, that was Nathan Simmons on the carry. Quarterback that's been in now is Matthew Cortez. So our fourth quarterback change at this point for the North.
They're certainly mixing it up. Cortez comes out of California, and he's going to hand off number 20, and he's going to be with some helmet. And he said lucky if he got back to a scrimmage there. Nice play by the Southeast.
Form though, that was Connor Finer who was the movement there. He might finish the tackle off.
In the first quarter, it's been a long quarter as we have elongated one so far. We're still waiting to see if they're going to adjust the time going forward. But for now, this quarter has been 15 minutes long.
I feel like I jinxed the offenses. Pulled off to a hot start, now the defense will take over the game.
As soon as you gave it your snap of approval, everything fell apart.
Yeah.
So here we are now, minute 9. It's still tied at 7. In order to open the game with an opening drive touchdown, the South eventually canceled. And since then, we have seen and nothing else. So South and Sierra, both defenses have adjusted here.
Is there a penalty on the last play?
First and 10.
Oh! Somehow gets to the leg. What is going on?
Wow! It was a botched snap. He goes back and is able to scoop it up. Unlike what you feel on the NFL, he goes through it, and it's also like the NFL is caught.
Not much gain there, but Dominic Crawford never gave up on the play.
Second and 7, not much gain all along the 7.
Yeah.
But it's better than all the 15, which is what it would have been had he not thrown the ball.
Or a potential interception.
That was dangerously close, but he gets the job done. So second and 17 to the 28 now for the North. Quarter's winding down. It does look like they're going to get one more call here. Three back there, the fact that it was trying to do the hard count, maybe don't get the run. And that may have been also show with the quarter's winding down. Let's see if they can throw. 2 seconds. Now it's going to be the end of the quarter, and they don't get a playoff. So
unless Parker Bell has somehow joined this game and
anyway, but regardless, it is tied at 7 after 1 quarter of play. North ball is number 9, as far as I can tell, the only player from Hawaii. He's on the north side. We do have a shade ice truck here. Present here today. I don't know if it's behind it or not. But that seems to be the food.
Were they handing out umbrellas too?
Yeah, I'm looking out here in the stands, and that seems to be the big situation remains the same, and he picks up maybe a yard and gets back to line scrimmage for a long third down.
Well, Blake Schellinger, the offensive lineman at 50 for the North, he heard me in the booth. Not only was he blocking people, he was diving. Hopefully, what we're seeing here in the offensive line.
Third and 14 from the 29 upcoming here. We're trying to make something out of nothing, he basically had the quarterback at a standstill and had a free shot at him and took it well. Isaiah Woods took the sack, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Isaiah Woods out of Alabama and looking like it there.
I believe it was Gabriel Alexander that finished the sack, but Isaiah Woods, so we're going to go ahead and call them the Bash Brothers in the South because they didn't get through that line. Creating a lot of chaos around the offense and not giving the quarterback really a lot of time to think. And there they just came through. They caused a couple earlier, and now they're getting through, causing a sack, and they're going to punt.
There we go. They're going to go with the punt. It's number 11 out there, Adam Babb. And there's his punt. A wobbly one. Gets past midfield. It's knocked down at the 37. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if it's where it lands or where it's touched. But it looks like, by the way the refs are setting up, it's going to be where it's touched.
So I wonder if that's the reason.
Certainly the uninterrupted aspect of that. I think the game is probably safety.
Oh, yeah.
Not wanting to, that free shot that either way, down at the ball, and it's now to number 8. He's going to take a shot. I mean, he looks like right in the nice curl.
Good grab by Trey Leaker too. That was a pass over the opposite side of his body. So good start.
Play. So the carousel of quarterbacks continues, and Willie Chambers is the latest one. And he's now out of the shotgun, empty backfield, and he's going to run it. He looks like running quarterback, and he's showing early. He's going to run.
Oh, he's going to wrap the tackle.
So, first wrap with a tackle there. He made a really nice kick. Probably not what Chambers had in mind. Probably not what Cooper Brown really needed. There's still 11 points coming. They didn't expect a 12th defender. So there is one on the left. He picks up 9 on the play, and that's something to look forward to. And it looks like Chambers is scrambling past the quarterback.
44, Nathaniel Jefferson taking the rep after the play.
Chambers back out of the shotgun. And he's going to throw it over.
Got him, man! Jogging at the 10-yard line. A lot of confusion on the defense there, but man, what a play by the quarterback, the wide receiver, Mr. Racing, quickly from NUC Calvary to the offensive quarterback.
I don't think he's quite as tall, but Chambers is so calm and collected and so quickly scored, and he gets to compare him to Justin Hoover, which is the first player you're likely to be up to the quarterback right now at Oregon, who just decided to go back for a senior year, but he's got that tall, lengthy aspect to him. It looks like he's using his legs. That's where he's got a pretty big arm, as he just showcased there, tucking it downfield without much issue. And the extra point is also without much issue. That's going to go back to the back. Dylan Hayden is back there. He's a sophomore. And immediately to his left. And he's going to pretend to throw now. He's going to actually throw it. Off at number 10. Man, that play could have gone south, no pun intended. But instead he makes a nice throw and it's caught by number 10. Either Vernon Saunders or I think it was Vernon Saunders.
Yeah, both of them not listed as wide receiver, but if it was Saunders there, that was a great catch. I don't know how that ball got through the defender, but nonetheless, absolutely good start.
Back is the shotgun, one running back. Back is the on the bottom. And it's going to be another pass play. Another play where he's going to run. So another lean. And he gets about a loss of 1 to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. It seems as we're getting to see more and more Dylan Hayden. And then kind of pulling back on the ball.
Yeah, he's looking to kind of make something of it with his legs. And I don't know if that's him wanting to run or his offensive line breaking and causing him to make that move. They weren't doing too well in the last drive, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's back there's too much pressure in the game.
The reason it's kind of confusing is they're not running like a option offense. He's getting set up back there, with a running back, but he's ending up, just looking to run the ball. There's no delivery or anything like that. So far, it hasn't worked. We'll see if that changes. And it's going to be a false start, or actually, I think they're getting a false start.
That's the illegal blitz call.
It might be. I don't know if they're allowed to actually blitz. Sort of games how you do it. There may be a penalty. Within your penalty, they're only trying to South has outside the place, and North has benefited. They have pushed down right at the 48 or almost at midfield. Alright, plays out again, and looks more like a timeout. They just 76. They go in first. Trying to continue. Observation on the right side of the north line is pretty easy.
We have 277. I'm going to guess at 70.
Going to go to the pass, but he'll flag it in. The problem is the passing attempt, and got to be caught, but now the defender never turned his head, ends up hitting him, and he and he on the route, pass interference.
Nothing Foxford there. You like to catch the ball, you run fast, and you drop penalties. Looking good.
Absolutely. So, with all of that now, the interference puts the ball at about 37 now. So North is freshly into South territory. Then they have a fresh set of downs as well. First down out of the shotgun now. 4 wide to the middle of the handoff. And with forward progress, it looks like it's a gain of about 5.
The entire South
Yeah, the entire South defense pushed it back about 5 yards. But at forward, 5 up something now. Ball is at 30. Out of the shotgun once again. Once again, 4 wide. Should be another run. And it is. It's a move out of the by no means am I really reaching forward. I can tell what play is coming. There's a problem.
Well, now either Jeremy Rayo or Peyton Triggin, along with no blocking for the offense, and easy stop for block.
It is the exact same formation. They're in the exact same play. This is a handoff number 15, a different play. And then we get back to around the sideline. So we're going to have a 4th down or north. It looks like you might have picked up about 5. Previously, it's about a 3. So when all is done, probably have about a 4th and 8 or so coming up.
Dominic Foxworth on the carry. Again,
4th and 4.
4th and 4.
And South knew it was coming. Still back there, and it's behind center. He has a running back there. He's got 2 plays. Looks like it might be a running play. There's no one lined up outside. Also looks like a hard down attempt. Not work.
Coach is down the sideline yelling.
Hayden looks at the sideline. He's going to roll out. And looks for the pass. Either way, it's now getting the turnover. First one down.
Already called the timeout earlier. They're trying to conserve one.
It's number 13 behind center now for the south side. That would be Noah Robinson. So he's listed as a wide receiver. And he's
Unbelievable. I think that was Gavin Hill on the 5th. And then number 13, who must not be named because we don't have just an interception. Theory there for the South.
Sure, it was Noah Robinson. Quarterback. The number is misleading. He's on the roster. And he's going to go handoff. Number 13 is listed as Noah Robinson. Alright, so something is off. Either way, number 13 on the south side is the quarterback. We can be sure of that. And he also has 3 wide receivers set up wide with the running back behind him. We will see what they run here on 3rd and 11. Yeah, and it's going to be, it looks like once you play, whatever it was, it looked like it was going to be a passing attempt. He didn't really make an attempt to pass it, and then there was, before you know it, there were 2 guys on him. And that's what it said.
Nathan Simmons and Brian Ray, they are fast, and they got there in a hurry.
Yeah, South had a rough time with it, offense and defense now. It's a little bit of a rough pass for them trying to get on the same page. And again, that is not an indictment of anyone. That's just how these games go when you have so little time to prepare for them. That sort of thing will happen. The one thing they do have is some kind of kicker. Kellen's going to pump that one behind mid
Blank the Green Bay Packers 31-0.
Here we go. That's going to be a loss of about 3. Back it up to about 6. And back it up actually all the way to 5.
That was it's Isaiah Woods. I can't tell if it's a jersey.
Oklahoma plays.
That was Isaiah Woods.
It's a nice play on itself regardless. You know, North is shocking.
Now he's out.
Right into the defense. Oh! That's all of that. Get across line of scrimmage and across midfield to about the 49. Just a back for a big loss. Nice play there by number 15 on the north side. That was Dominic Phosphorus. But there is a flag down.
I wonder what it could be called. It was called in the beginning, so I wonder if it was offensive holding. Nope, illegal blitz. Yeah, like being called was incorrect. Not really sure of that.
Remember, they actually had more than 10 yards to make up, even with the penalty. It's still second down. And still in the shotgun. Save that one, but he's not able to make it. Still nice job by Dominique Fox not to allow the fumble there, but then his pass attempt
is that might be Jaron Searcy, actually, who is number 50 on the north, who's the quarterback. Again, we have the duplicate numbers.
You're right, yeah, that was Jaron Searcy. Jaron Searcy there, he's going to convert something away. It looks like a 5-yard gain because I think the south jump there. Yeah, this play is not a first. I mean, we've had, I think, 7 penalties on the south side. I don't know if we've seen one on the north yet.
Yep. Offside, Coachman on the south side.
That's going to be a result.
Crowd is rowdy on the south side. Why not?
Now, I did see the wide receiver stop their route. It could be defensive holding, but it also could just be a block in the back of their shoulder.
Or it could be a whole story.
Or a whole story.
It's almost never a good sign when you're receiving something and there's a flag. It's almost something or blocking your back. So blocking the back. And this is going to go down. The first time it's negated.
But an incredible play by Andrew Smith. Don't want to take away from what he did on that play. He read the quarterback very well. He made an awkward grab with his body back. I don't know.
If it is Aaron Gilmore, he's back there. He's under pressure.
Is that it?
And like a...
Whoa, what is going on here?
That's the longest walk aside you'll ever see. And it's like a ping-pong ball. Just bouncing off of everything, including his own players.
So he ran straight into Jose Ramirez. You gotta be alert. You know, you can't just give up on a play because I think these players have proven time and time again they've been able to get out of holes. But the offensive line just gave up there, and that's why you couldn't get out of it.
How much did they do that? Was a sloppy handoff. Greg Robertson, we saw very early in the season.
Another Final Four. Patriots 38-3. Think that secures them the second seed.
They will lock up the second clear and lock clear. And into the shotgun, and that becomes clear. Stout a little botch there. They're going to hand it back off the line.
There you go.
That's a first down.
Jamori Ellis for 0. Flattened one of the defenders there on that run. Incredible blocking. Well, the sun is starting to dip away and so have the umbrellas. No more umbrellas out.
No rain, no sun. No need for umbrellas. First and 10. He's going to throw deep in his zone. He's got a man. Oh!
great to be aware of what's going on and still make that catch. Awesome job.
Really amazing. I mean, that was really an impressive catch. Super acrobatic. Now the shotgun handoff to get two. That's our old friend. And he's going to get back to that
because he's going to lose one.
roundabout way of getting back to us.
He's a weak on the run, man.
And also, obviously, the one on the south side. So, number 6 here has a shotgun again. He's got thrown. Same guy who made the other incredible catch, and he almost came down with another, but it goes out of bounds, and then he almost broke his back on that play.
Having magnets on your hand, you're not allowed to have those there. It's weaker somehow. It's finding his way to the ball. If it's blocked, padded, or going around, it doesn't matter. It looks like he took kind of a tough fall, though. They go to the sideline. Okay. Interesting formation.
Second down now. I think he handoff again and use his lead, and he's going to run into the wall. So, all that down really doesn't make fourth down. Now this will be fourth down.
Looking to kick a field
Yeah,
goal.
about two on so it's going to make it 4 cents.
I mean, this should be the territory, especially with
Right, Kelly.
Green with Peralta is on, and it is going to be a field goal attempt. It's within the range in case, we're going to see if he can execute it.
37-yard field goal, I can't tell.
Should be about a 35-yard field goal here. all the North defense is good to put up their hands. Not a lot of actual pressure. So here comes the attempt. Kellen
Got the net there.
Wow. No surprise there. Now the 35-yarder and South was a very full here with back. Wow. So, what's that the work cut out?
Only a minute left in the quarter. They got to quickly got the field.
Brown was not prepared for that throw, and then the throw luckily made the sideline because he had 36-35 minutes. Wow. Giants heard me about the draft pick. Reevaluated the game plan. Pass over the left, hard early. Tossed over number 17.
Completely after a left
down, so that at least
enough for more first down.
There's only 25 seconds left. North, of course, has all 3 timeouts.
Well, half of the back was there. I think
know,
Woods was
it's
looking at his
close.
chops as he was trying to go.
I mean, at this point, timeout 25 seconds. Certainly, 25 seconds, maybe.
Donnie Foster has no one.
There's a 15. He's got a man.
Oh, so close.
Good attempt.
That was definitely defensive tackle.
It was a great attempt, but there's a lengthy receiver out there. He used every bit of his length to try and catch it. Here we go. First down. Crowd reaction, that might be a late hit of sorts. So this could be bailing out the north side again, but we'll see. I mean, yeah, it was still the first half, I think I found that
The rest are doing everything they can to keep it going.
It's fair, I mean, you know, these penalties are big focused. Very undisciplined on it. While he was throwing, and based on the rolling, it's a fumble.
You need to watch out, because Isaiah Woods is going to destroy you if you stay in the pocket for any longer than 1 second. And that's a perfect goal. Oh, he knocks himself down. Nice celebration. Isaiah Woods got... Do they still have the ball?
They still, I mean, North recovers either way. So, either way, it's North's ball. The question is, A, how much time should be on the clock? And B, what's the ball game? And it looks like they're going to mark it with yardage doesn't really matter at this point. They're not field range. So, final play of the half here. It's Dominique back there, he's going to throw it. Not to the end zone, he really doesn't.
It's caught! Oh my gosh.
But South does enough to prevent it from getting any worse.
Jaw jack's going on. Number 2 and number 13 letting each other have it.
South crowd, the North crowd, we've got a chip one here.
The 2 no-name players here. 2 no-name players vying for the game.
You're in your middle game, yes, can be it's 17-7, South leads over the North, and we check out here, exactly halfway through the day.
You gotta be careful here because we really don't want to see.
Right into their locker room, and they're following directions. They would, and the South, it's going to go the opposite direction. But in North-South sophomore junior game, South leads 17-7 at halftime. We're underway in the second half. It's here we go. South of the ball. Number 11 starting out on the South. Or it might also be Michael Reed. We're going to see Michael Reed Jr. listed as the sorry, so second and 7 upcoming now. Nice one formation. The handful of balls to get hard in. And not too much in there like we might have back to last scrimmage. So we're going to have a 3rd and 7 upcoming after a rush. They are going to call that a game of 1. Third and 5 is the official situation. It looks like the quarterback might have just been reading the play off of his wrist there. And he's going to hand it off. It's a pitch to the left side. And another man, North came out of the locker room, very energetic. They already had a 3 and out here, pending what South decides to do. They're bringing in their punter. So that's 3 and out. Nice play by the North defense to start this one.
Quickly dissolve that play. And 2 runs amount for nothing. Looks like it's going to be a punt.
So it's a punt, and there is the punt, and that's a good one. It's going to be back and stop at the 32. So that should be a punt.
Down 32. The ground, they can move the ball quickly. Potentially do some damage in the scoreboard.
First set of down, behind center is the quarterback, and it looks like that's still number 12. He's going to handle off. Interesting. I mean, there's 8 quarterbacks on the roster, and it's still number 1 game. left, and they're failing both tests. It's now 3rd and long.
Aiden Darkman, sophomore.
Probably the most northern person from Wyoming. So if anyone's not used to 80-degree weather the day before New Year's Eve, it's going to be hit, but so far he's had a pretty good showing. 3rd and 11, that was a loss of 1. Now they're on 31. They need a big play here, and you expect it to be a passing play after 2 failed running plays. And that was a shotgun. Look and throw, and it's going to be, that's a blown route.
Yep.
That one not on the quarterback there. That's number 15 on the board. Incomplete pass for the sideline.
Not a typical play by Dominic Foxworth there. He was one of the first half heroes for the North.
And it is indeed a punt. And we'll see where this one lands. So from the 30, it's going to be down at the 38. So roughly about 32 yards on that. We're just over 3 minutes into the second half, and now it's down to the second half.
Michael Reese Jr. again. That could be Jared Davis. I'm going to go with Michael Reese Jr. He has more filled in.
Michael Reese Jr. back there. He's going to hand it off, and we're going to have to run there. Making nothing there, and shimmy to the backfield, and you score a gain of about 4.
I want to say that is
Gain of 6. No, gain of 4. Gain of 4. Runs on the left back. I got a shot that was right into tapping play. Oh, and he holds on to the football. I mean, he lost his helmet, and he almost lost his mind on that play. That's a great catch. Holds on to it, gets the first
Let me with your head. I'm not sure what they call it there.
I think it may have been that head. So Staff already at north 30. They're threatening. Back into the shotgun. And there's a throw, and that's going to call it again.
Noah Robinson on the catch there. Great hand, able to move the ball forward. South.
Interesting throwing. Here's a handoff number 22. That's Michael Reese Jr. back again. He's going to look at that. He's going to run. And he's going to run. He's going to run successfully. He's going to run very successfully. A first down and more if he gets to the first like outside the 5-yard line. He's going to about 15 for a first down.
Great vision by the quarterback there. He saw the defense get stopped. Was going to cover the wide receivers up to the right. Took advantage of it.
17-point deficit when all is said and done. We'll see how this plays out. Reese Jr. back in shotgun. He's got a man with him. He's going to hit low. And that's not going to result in much number. And that'll be on the door. Big hit. And if they go out there, down to 4 after the on a nice tackle. Yep, nice size to him. This is number 1. I don't know if Majan got his cleat caught or if he just didn't want to be hit really hard there. But either way, Majan McKinnis trying to run it to the outside cannot.
It'd be very interesting to see if they go to a pass play here. They got man coverage on the side.
Reese Jr. getting out of the shotgun. He's looking for man. He's got one and off the fingertips. Not the most accurate throw, but it looked like it was a catchable ball kind of in between cross, and it's going to be incomplete. Now we have to look down. He takes the field.
Right. And they have to make it.
And touchdowns have been a premium for North. They haven't scored once since their opening drive. So here is the extra point. North doing their usual dance, trying to distract Dillon, and that's a terrible snap. And I don't actually know what happens in these situations, but I guess we're about to find out. I think we just had to place it. Yeah, so the snap is more ceremonial than anything. And here comes the extra point. Now with the ball held, and Callan distracted by nothing at all. Able to make that extra point. Now I'm thinking a little over 15 minutes right now. But I find it highly unbelievable.
I agree.
we could theoretically be in the fourth quarter right now, or it's going to be 8:40.
Start out.
I would say if you're watching on our live feed on Facebook, the score is actually 20-7 down. That's 17-14 down. You're rooting for the North Apologies. It's a little bit more of a deficit. Good enough. So here's North. It is a handoff, number 23. He's going to run, and he's going to drop down for about a pick of 1 yard. Tough running there from number 23 on the north end.
That was the time to do Harry. He was almost doing the duty. North is going to hurry up there. Aaron Suski's still back there at quarterback. He's going to run.
He saw a little bit of this in the first half, and he did it successfully. So you know, here it's kind of switching around, take up about a yard or two.
The offensive line is getting up on plays. Earlier we talked about that. They got to keep pushing forward. The play is never over till the whistle blows. They got to understand that.
Defense has been over aggressive at times. They also have done a really good job. But if you notice, South defense been getting his hands up, kind of ruined the trajectory of that throw, caused us to just
get it together consistently, and that's been the biggest difference in this game.
North's going to punt it here. Another decent one punted there. It's going to be down to the 40. It's actually a nice catch. There are no returns. But again, the time in the game is not going to change. There's just over 22 and a half minutes left. But maybe the fourth or third. We'll kind of get third. There's ended up with a 6. Ooh! By half of the order in the roster. And for the South, it's number 4 as the quarterback. And he's going to hand off to 21, and these guys, he wants to make something there. He'll get back.
Number 21, so no game,
knock up there.
Northwest on a tackle. 4 on the South.
Could be Nick Dudzik. If you were wondering, the Nick Dudzik out of Mississippi, and they looked at Alabama. There's a throw deep, and comes down to the turn it around, again.
Wow. What a play. I told you, don't be surprised to see the deep pack here. I would keep pouring it on. Why not?
Out of the shotgun here, he's got 4 wide, 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top, running back there with him. Might be a handoff, and it's not. It's fast. So here we go, spreading out to his right, looking for man, and it's thrown to the sideline. For number 16.
Intended for number 16.
Incomplete.
Forward. The South doesn't care. They know their defense is working well, playing smart, so they can take some risks.
Yeah, the problem with North is they're either running it first and second down, not getting much, setting up third and long, so they're a predictable pass play. Sure, when they try to pass it early, they're not having enough time to throw the ball. And that's resulting in third and long, which they
Number 32, that's an 8-down game.
Well, Isaiah Allen, number 32, is playing both sides of the ball. He's the one doing a lot of damage on defense. They brought his power to break through and keep the chains moving.
And why not when you're Isaiah Allen side? There's a handoff again to Allen. He's going to try and drag roughly 9 or 10 defensive with him. And he can pick up a first down on the play. So of Isaiah Woods and Isaiah Allen, they both been featured prominently. There's a handoff. He's on the right side. He's out of space.
Close. Looks like he's in.
Run there. Let's get in. That should be an easy punch in here. We'll see how it goes. Full quarterback field. We've got 21. I will look for Greg Webster here to punch it in. That's exactly what they do. And nice attempt from the North, but with that final piece of
bubble.
And now we'll see the question.
That might have been after he
crossed the clean or into the fumble recovered by the North.
I think that was late. I think he was down for the ball came out.
You can never trust them. There were some players picked up. It looks like they're going to give up another. Well, this is not like
a delayed 6 of life. Let's see what our replay is here. Oh, what are they calling for the conduct now? Looks like it's hard to tell. Looks like the ball might have come out before. Very possible, but I still believe the runner was down.
I had another turnover this outside, and then they were still alive.
He's been trying to tell him for the longest.
Man, that was as close as it can get.
I'm just trying to figure out if this is Isaiah Woods or Allen at 32. That's my conundrum right now.
The Earth's going to take the ball over 21. It's a first down. It has to be a handoff again in 23. They've got a change right so far. Forward. They continue to do a running game of Archie and shut down by itself.
Elias Porter. That name sounds familiar. I think he actually was here on the
Last
5 quarters. Game of 3. Second and 7 upcoming from 24. And a low snap. Nice handle by number 10.
Oh, Pencil got it.
Got it! Wide open. Wow! That's not going to make the outside happy. It is one of the all the way to the slide down at the end of the play.
So that was Dario Marchica, number 10. That's the one I highlighted. Finally making a completed pass down to Keon Brown. Marchica, who trains with Jet Christian. Same QB coach as Pat Mahomes and Kirk Cousins. And if you know who Patrick Mahomes is, he's having the single greatest rookie year for a quarterback in NFL history right now. Kirk Cousins. So Marchica channeling his inner plan. I mean, the main thing here in these situations, you have to get a touchdown. Right. The field goal, while it gives you points, doesn't really change scenario, which is that the South one other thing about dominating the penalty, they are saying that the offensive line, and I think the refs actually will agree with them. The first time we've seen the full start, but it's going to go to the front side. Very true.
Now the shotgun here. The ball is officially at 43 with about 1st and 15 now. Still need another big play. I don't know what they were able to sprint to the first side, but now they're the ones jumping. Back-to-back penalties. Back to 48. So they could have got the ball about the 20. That was taken back to the penalty. It's actually calmed down in the second half. There's another
Offensive line is struggling right now. They're not on the same page.
back. say it looks like maybe a gain of 5, and even if it is, to get second and very long, about 20. They have to get all the way to the 28 to get a first down, and the ball still going to be right around. Got about 67 yards. Officially a gain of 4, officially a gain of 3, sets up a second and 22 at midfield. Back in the shotgun. And Penn is going to look to throw, and he's under pressure again. He's going to make it 10.
Third down.
Third and 17. It takes up about 5.
Offensive line is broken down.
No clean pocket at all for these North quarterbacks. And here's Marchito looking. And again, man, and he has 2 players, and they get their so
You got a little run going on.
they might be getting bailed out. I mean,
It's got to have better discipline.
It was 52 on the south. It looks like
77 on the north.
Gabriel Alexander out of Virginia, which looks like he shoved the north player down. I don't know how much of that was acting. If it was acting, it was a good job. 52 for the team. As it stands, it's 4-17, pending the penalty. And it looks like it's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct.
On the south. Wow.
15 yards penalty.
15 yard penalty.
This is a crucial fourth down or third down?
It's third down because it would get to read the down.
Got a man.
So that's caught by number 16. And it looks like that was a legitimate call.
That was a big
Ellis with the recovery. Wow. Jamori Ellis, the junior out of North Carolina, listed as a wide receiver, was not a wide receiver on that play, recovers the ball. And the South takes over, but I believe there's an injury.
Yeah, that was a big hit. That was scary.
The Ravens with a touchdown. And Bengals really not looking good for Pittsburgh or though. As the Ravens are out in front of the 10. Steelers should have thrown games to the Bengals. And absolutely, Eli's finishing earlier. Those teams on their, on their I mean, what would you think? Assuming the Colts and the Ravens, that's what we have to work for, are in the playoffs. How do you see the AFC playing out?
Oh, man. The last 2 years, I felt like have been 2 seasons of anyone can be anyone. It's really bizarre.
Houston winning because I think they're a better team at this point. And if that's the case, then you have the Colts going to New England, which we know how that history goes. And then we have the Chargers going into Kansas City, and the Chargers have been a great team all year, in my opinion. And
the record would agree with you.
And they've already beaten Kansas City. And the Chiefs' playoff history is not on their side. And you have a first-year quarterback. I know Mahomes is the second year, his first year playing. Center, it's going to be a handoff to get it, and be a tackle there at the 6 of about a yard.
Handoff to number 21. Gaylord.
That was a handoff over to number 21 on the south side. Gain of 1, as you mentioned. Greg Robinson threatened to was dropping it to the first down, brought back to number 8. And he's going to roll over to the right. He's got some running room. He's going to take it. He's going to have a first down and then some. Over to the sideline. He's going to hit.
Number 4 on the good one. He's on the road down. First down.
Starting to roll down. Yes, Isaiah Allen.
Touchdown. And we'll see what they do out of the shotgun. One running back there. He's got
drives in, but he's on the caught.
That's going to be a switch there between Dan. Ball was ground and
He did. Wow, they got lucky there.
So yet another fumble there. South recovers. Now the South,
Heads up play to jump on that ball very quickly.
it was Michael Butler who had hit the catch and then the fumble. He was kind of staying upright on forward time. 2nd and 4, seeing a handoff. And we go over to number 22 on the sideline. He gets across the sideline over to the bench. Pressure down to the south of the 42-yard line. 27 south, 15 minutes to go. Shotgun is 7 now. Actually, still up to the right hand throw as well. Rolling out the sideline, he is going to overthrow the count. Looks like it was in between two different receivers. There's a flag down on the play.
Jarrett Robinson.
Much bigger quarterback than we've seen other quarterbacks this game. Big boy, number 10 out of North Carolina. Or I'm sorry, number 7 out of North Carolina. He is a sophomore. Great.
It looks like it's going to be getting
receiver downfield.
Hey, during number 7 and just decides to very giving me Byron Sutton. That's going to set them back. Let's see what a 1st and 15 to the 37 now. 5-yard penalty on the play. And pass attempted. Oh, right. Wow. He's going. Go, boy, go. From the bottom of the linebacker with the interception. Junior gets the game. 20-13 with a pick six.
Oh my God, stop trying to hit me and hit me. Keanu Flores just doing it all day on the defensive side for the North. He's going to back there, even though they get some points, he's been all over the field, and just like that, he snags that ball. Whenever a quarterback throws directly at a defensive player, especially a linebacker, it's very hard to catch that ball. It's right on an offense, but he's looking like a tight end up there, grabbing that ball and running it into the pitch.
Great hands, impressive play. He shows up really nice set of tools there on that touchdown. And unfortunately for Jarrett Robinson, kind of a rude welcoming into the game. If he had took turnover, 4.5 minutes to go, so really the clock not even a factor at all. Whereas, 10 seconds ago, we might have been feeling like time was running out on the North because they couldn't move the ball. Well, now they only have 1 score to go. Extra point here will cut it to 6, which is always an uncomfortable feeling if you're ahead by 6 because touchdown you can still lose. This extra point is more than good.
Now, what's interesting earlier from the North. I wonder if that's going to happen again.
We'll see if they can finish the job this time. There's your ceremonial kickoff. Now, the reason they still actually do the kickoff is that when the Patriots did it. Things not looking so bleak for the North. It's 20-14, first down, South has the ball, number 10 on the South is having that another center in the I-4 formation. Got 2 wide, 1 on top, 1 on down below.
This is a double XL.
Running it.
Oh, ball. Okay. Looks like the ball's on the ground for a second.
His body just went in motion directly but he didn't.
Hopefully someone can text Donnie Foster and let us know what's going on here. We hope he's okay, because his teammates have rallied behind him to really show their people on this side.
Very spirited play, so much so perhaps he came from quarterback number 4 into the South, making a stop there with a higher energy team. Maybe a long layoff felt
He's a disintegrator. We were on that pass at that time, right?
they were there very quickly. 3rd and 8 upcoming. This is a big play. The game's not on the line, but certainly for momentum reasons. And that's enough momentum. So out and not going.
All right.
Wider.
Come out firing. I think you're right. I think that layoff benefited them from a fatigue standpoint. I think their defense was slowing down, their offense wasn't clicking, the linemen were getting tired, and they have a new energy about them.
And it's a snowball effect because now they're getting 3 and out, so they're going to rest up even more.
The one factor they didn't account for, though, is automatic.
That a 6 drive, they usually going to the last 6 points, but they run into another kind of miracle of sorts. So out of the shotgun, number 10, the handoff, middle, that's out. And that's a nice one there. So number 23.
It's getting very interesting now. And now, if you're the South, you somewhat have to worry about the clock here.
Oh, man. Great attempt for Keon Brown for Marquita. Brown can't pull it down. And we have a second down.
Not shy to go down the clock.
Second down, South crowd getting ready. And here's Marquita. He's going to look this time around. The other end of the and that's a first down.
Was that 10 to 10?
That was 10 to 10.
Very nice. Fun fact about him, he was a winner of last year's QB skills competition. He's very good at pocket presence and accuracy. That was pocket, that's for sure.
Yeah. There was a receiver close enough, so it's going to be second down. In a vacuum, looking for Vernon Saunders back up the field. The other number 10.
They're saying that it's on the offensive line now.
It'll be an interesting call. Usually it's a delayed call like that.
I heard. So it's
Marquita still in that quarterback.
watch for Brown on the sideline here. He's got man covered. Get some opening here. You just got to get them on the same page for consistency.
The receivers on the bottom are different defensive players in on the set.
Connor Finer.
Extremely long. That's going to be about a third and, well, it doesn't matter. It's fourth down actually in 27. They're going to punt it. Not a great punt. But nevertheless, 20 to 14 South, 8:40 to the Columbus from first down and 10 for South, and back in at quarterback is our first and he's going to get wheels on that. He got a first down with this one. Nice improvising there. Nice run from Wednesday Flowers, and he has a first down as well. He has very good vision for a quarterback when he's running the football. See if I can continue that. A shotgun here from 40. Now we're looking at pass. He's left. He's going to throw it. He's going to throw it on the sideline, and it's going to be a flag.
They're called defensive holding from a shot through it. Number 7 there on the north, and I don't know if I agree with that call.
It's a tough call because it's a jump ball. You kind of hate to reward those situations, but we'll see what the call is.
Well, you also had two southwide, receivers in that area. Time of the penalty.
It is going to be cross territory now. They're on the north border. He's still in there as well. Trips bunch on the bottom. You have 3 bunched together on the bottom of the tree and 2 up top of the empty backfield. And I was looking at you actually. You got really right. You got it wide open.
Wow, Leaker.
official ruling is, but of course, goal, and you're going to get under 7.5 minutes. This is a big score here. And if you're the South, the most important thing is going to be to take care of football, because you certainly want points here. Either way, if you score a touchdown, it's not just a two-possession game. Also, they're going to run in formation. They do run it immediately. So he is stacked, stuffed, and not going to move forward. Guaranteed for you guys are all the same size. And there's no gimme here, even from the 4. It was off to another one to 32. If anyone's going to be a size advantage, it's 10.
And what's the number 32?
So a gain of 1. It's going to set up a third and goal.
About 2 minutes back. And sophomores and juniors.
Third and 4, you don't have to go down territory here if you want. I think you take the points if you don't get third.
I think you have to take the points. I mean, a 9-point game is very hard to do. And you're really going to trust Silver. He certainly hasn't done anything to take away that trust. There's a handoff 21. You might have a hold here. And flag on the play.
21 on the carry. Flag comes in.
The question is, will this bail out South, or will it put them in a bigger predicament?
Might have been offensive holding. Although they have not called that once.
And even with a quick flag like that, though, it is against the offense.
Right.
And generally, right?
Line.
Holding against the
It's
ball.
going to be a 4th down. Especially with against
Penalty
the
at the
South.
line,
And
4th
it's
down.
the end zone. There's whether it should be like 10.
Right. Watch for an offside.
And I don't know if they push him in, they get it with a launch, and they do it. Robinson pushes Lauer. Lauer pushes across the plane. And South pushes the score. It's 26-14.
I really question your decision there to decline the penalty. I think you take your chances on getting a third down stop, or maybe it's 4th and 4, 4th and 5, and that's a call for the vehicle.
You're right regardless. That's how it's
So
you can
say
at this
back.
point. That's how you called it before as well. I mean, if it was maybe still at the 4, I can understand it. But, when it's at
If they score, the South gets the ball back. Still got to worry about power. He drove the ball down the field. There you go.
it's a lot better because I'm talking the final game today. South won the first game 20-14. They're winning this one 27-14. Flag down on the play. Refs counting up the players. That can only mean one thing. Looks like we had too many men on the field penalty. It looks like it's got, I think, for 12, and either way, it's got in. Which 12 is that?
Can't tell.
It's Roman Purcell. Purcell is in. He's going to run to the left. He's going to look for any Scott's going to come to the flag.
And the most surprising thing
Yeah. 35 now.
broke the Seahawks record in 2006.
They've had a rough game with penalties. Yeah, there's a line for the coach had a rough game as well. And at this level, to do it and do it this frequently, it's really just an unfair task for any quarterback. That's what we've seen a lot of from the North recently. They're also
New name, Aiden Dark on the Dark 30.
4:40 on the clock, and it's running in your down team score. So, very big challenge here. A lot of adversity for North as they try to convert this. But the most important thing is you need to have time to break. And I don't necessarily agree with coordination. and one spread wide, but here we go. So he's going to roll out, and again, reference from application. He's going to run left this time, and he's going to make a nice block.
Down, block.
Whoa, he's going! They
play right out of bounds. Okay.
Hold out of bounds. He gets the first down, which was the most important part.
And the Browns
Put him out of bounds before he could break it even further. He might have been gone.
But it is a first down though.
And you can't pass it because you have, the alternative is just slicing the line up. So for Selson not to make it happen, he is the handoff. There you go.
And that was
23 on the
Connor
carry.
Finer on the tackle. He had that
Tackle
tremendous
right at the
tackle
line of
earlier.
scrimmage, second down.
You got 2 scores and you call a run play.
I think it's rough. It's just their runs are going. We're so little. Right. It's just putting their passing game also in the wrong spot. And it's more of that. So, 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun here is Northern quarterback. He's going to throw. It was a little snap, and that throw is also really good. 3rd and 9. He missed his receiver by 3 on the Niners. That's late in the second quarter. So it looks like they have the 2-seat wrapped up. Out of the shotgun here for a 3rd and 9 from the 47. So they're tapping on the floor of
Unbelievable. Kyle Justice. A couple of others there. They're just breaking through so easily. 34. Full points out there. He was a hero from earlier. He was really just doing damage.
Yeah, I think in terms of game strategy, that would make sense.
Quarterback, false start, south, 5-yard penalty.
We can't take everything at face value we see in a showcase like this, but certainly got a very rough day with penalties. Number 11 back there for the South, he's going to keep it, and he's going to run, and he's going to actually get across the line. First pitch here, it's kind of like, you play Mario Kart and you're running into a wall, and you can't figure out how to reverse. That was really tough there. He tried to
Second.
Michael Reese Jr. or Jared Taylor. Now it's number 4. And it is
either Nick Custer or Dan.
yeah.
So,
Dan Allen has the white line.
First and 10 from the south.
Hi, John. John's got the ball. He's in. Down there. That was my job to get it.
they're doing very well. Their defense has played about as well as the 15th as well. So, nothing compares to their 34 season.
Why not?
And I think that's ultimately very good. There we go. He's out of the shotgun, at least by formation. It seems like they're going to be throwing it. And they are. And once again, he's greeted by the defense.
Pass, incomplete.
Final minute. We mentioned one
Our
final
10th and
game.
11th day parents are making their way to the field following the conclusion of the game. Have a brief meeting at midfield.
And the pass was intended for number 10 in Washington. Not looking good for Pitt, is looking good for Philly. As far as grabbing the final and rolling out only one man pressure on the ground.
George Scott, first down.
So we want to thank everyone who's been listening, sophomore and junior, whether you sit online or whether you're here in the stand. And this will be a safe pass. Flag down on the play. It's a throw.
There you go. I'll go.
That is intercepted by number 0. Jamori.
There you go.
Then all sophomore and junior turn to the field, please. Sophomore and junior turn to the field. Also, the senior game will be starting approximately 7 o'clock.